From the Fox 5 studios, this is the RebZone Sports Show.
Sponsored by Hennessy Haight, Help is Here, and by Flowing Tide Pub.
Congratulations to the UNLV Rebels on a fantastic season and winning the 2024 Art of Sport LA Bowl.
The city of Las Vegas, UNLV as a whole, is in a really good position. It's a special place. It's a second home to me, and I'm just happy with this victory tonight.
Our players, they're outstanding young men. They're full of character and integrity, and they work their tails off. And to stand in front of them and look in their eyes, they gave me every piece of the motivation that I needed to work tirelessly as a first-year interim head coach and to give them everything that I got.
Welcome into the RebZone. We're wrapping up this historic football season and putting a nice Christmas bow on UNLV's 11-3 year. So to talk about UNLV history, we had to bring in a historic Rebel on the RebZone. Everyone knows the Chuck Wagon, Charles Williams, UNLV's all-time leading rusher. Chuck, it was such a special season. What a magical season. Winning that bowl game, their first bowl win since 2000. What are your thoughts on this year's Rebels?
Just an amazing way to finish the season off, through the ups and downs of starting 3-0, the Sluka situation, and, Hodge stepping in and just taking command of the offense and the defense playing lights out this year. It was an amazing way just to go out and finish the season off. I know you're proud of the offensive success UNLV has had. Taking a look at some of the stats from this year, it was a historic season to say the least. 11 wins, the most since 1984. Ranked number 19 in the AP Top 25, also ranked as high as number 20 in the college football playoff. And the go-go offense, we saw it roll for 2 years under offensive coordinator Brennan Marion, averaging 35 points a game. Chuck, continuing this offensive success with Dan Mullen, what do you want to see next year from the Rebels? I don't really have too much concern right now because I know Coach Mullen's history of, QBs and everything like that, and his offense has been very explosive over the years. So the biggest thing with me is just, who comes in. I've seen that we have a commit already at QB from Virginia. That's pretty good already to start it off, and then we got a couple more commits from Utah and South Carolina. So Coach Mullen's going out to the woodworks of where he feels comfortable, and he's getting the kids that he needs to get. They're going to make this team be explosive this year. Yeah, next year, my bad. Another SEC coach to UNLV. We know that track record has had success. And your thoughts on Jet Thomas staying at UNLV? Kind of reminds me of myself. Everybody's leaving or, coaching staff changes and all that. And everybody's like, oh, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay or are you going to leave? And he already said, I'm staying. He's a Rebel. I appreciate him. All the stuff he's been through and everything, just staying forward and never complaining too much, always being about the team first. And the biggest thing with Jet, he's going to get better each year. So next year, look for a big takeoff for him. Yeah, excited to see number 9 continuing his success at UNLV. All right, let's head out to SoFi Stadium. The Rebels running out the tunnel with interim head coach Del Alexander. UNLV without several offensive players in the LA Bowl, including All-American wide receiver Ricky White. So this was the night for underclassmen to shine. Hodge Malik Williams throws a deep ball to true freshman receiver Caden McGee, whose nickname is Caden Big Play McGee. UNLV takes a 7-3 lead. Bears respond on the next drive. Cal fakes the handoff, and Josiah Martin is able to zip through UNLV's defense into the end zone. Cal steals the lead 10-7 after 1. Second quarter, special teams. It's the fake punt of the year. This play goes viral, and Coach Shebus goes down in history at UNLV. Check out Cameron Oliver's speed. The Rebels are in the red zone. Next play, 21 is juiced up. The offensive MVP of the night, Jacob DeJesus, runs in for the score and the backflip. Rebels jump back in front 14-10. UNLV's defense, they were playing aggressive all night long. The Rebels get to Cal's quarterback on 3rd down, and Cal settles for a 30-yard field goal. UNLV up by 1, 14-13 at the half.
Third quarter, the Rebels start hunting the Bears. Here comes Antonio Doyle Jr. and down goes the Bears quarterback. 5 sacks on the night for UNLV's defense. They were having a sack party in LA. The Rebels defense is not done. Later in the third, Doyle running full speed. Ball becomes loose and Jet Elad recovers the loose ball. UNLV ball playing lights out there at SoFi Stadium. Next play, Kylan James is able to capitalize on the turnover, 23-yard run to the house. And the Revs are up 21-13 over Cal in the LA Bowl. Like I've mentioned, UNLV's defense just playing so aggressive, dancing their way into the fourth quarter. This was a lot of fun to watch this year. Fisher K-Mac racked up 3 sacks on the night, and the Rebels are starting to say night-night to the Bears. Later in the fourth quarter, Mountain West Freshman of the Year, Caden Chittenden, nails his second longest kick of the year from 48 yards out, and the Rebels are rocking 24-13 over Cal. UNLV's defense had a night in the LA Bowl, holding the Bears to just 1 touchdown. The Rebels clinched their 11th win of the season, first bowl game win since 2000 when Coach Del Alexander was a part of John Robinson's staff. This win is special for Coach Alexander and for Las Vegas.
It means a lot. You know what I mean? I got my sticker here with Coach Robinson. I wanted to make sure that not just on the back of the helmet, we did that for once. It meant something different for me than it did for Coach Odom. I've lived it. That was my college coach. I wanted to take one of those stickers and put it on my shirt, my jacket, my shoulder, my chest. It meant a lot. You know what I mean? I was there. I was there at Arkansas. It's a big deal, and it's a big deal for these guys right now. That was a big deal for me, and I think, Jacob being with me the most, it's a big deal for them. I've done this so many times that it's a big deal for them to experience it, because it's an experience, as Jackson and I were talking about, it's an experience that will last their lives.
And first of all, I'm so blessed. I keep talking about my teammates, but they just went to work. They helped me in so many ways. And then this coaching staff, obviously Coach Odom played a huge role. Coach Shear played a huge role in my success. Coach Dell in this game, I don't think he's getting enough credit for what he did. He set a vision as soon as he got the job. He called us in. He was the right man for the job. And he just went to work. He's gritty. He's tough. He's a really phenomenal coach, and I think he needs more credit. But, man, it means everything. The city of Las Vegas, UNLV as a whole, is in a really good position. It's a special place. It's a second home to me, and I'm just happy with this victory tonight.
It's a very special win, man. Something that I really can't quite comprehend, and just to have the game that I had, it's all God. I always give the glory to God because, he's the reason I'm here, and he's the reason I'm doing everything. And I'm just so thankful for Coach Dell, for Jackson, all of my teammates. They all had something to do with it, and they were all there for me, especially these 2 guys right here. They were all there for me, while I was going through everything. And it's been, like you said, one heck of a season and one heck of a bumpy ride. But, I wouldn't have rather done it with anybody else. And I'm just so glad that we came out here and did what we did today. And it just means so much to me to do it in front of my family. And just I see my mom crying after the game, and just, it touches me, it touches her. Just to see where I'm at right now and where I was at, 2 years ago. It's just crazy.
No matter what the situation was, you can always know that Jackson's going to give 110%. He gave me a lot of Luke Kuechly vibes, as far as his awareness and IQ of the game, and making big plays when you needed it at the middle linebacker position, at the Mike position. That's like the QB of the defense. And I just wanted to tell him, keep going, man, and go make your name in the league. And then with Jacob, I've been talking to Jacob since he got here. I've been telling him no matter what, just show these guys why you're here. Yeah. Show them why they overlooked you. And he's always made big plays when we needed it. And he might be small on the field, but his heart is like the biggest on the field. You'll see it no matter where he is. He's always smiling. He's always happy. He's always giving energy to the guys. My condolences to him and his family. I feel so bad for him because, during the season, you don't want to deal with that type of stuff. Yeah. So, Jacob, you're a hell of a man, and I appreciate you for just being able to handle that type of situation and keep going for your team. Love you, man. And it's just great to see these guys like go out in their careers on a positive note, winning, and now they go chase their dreams.
Yeah, just two All-Americans with huge hearts for football and their family and Las Vegas. Well, coming up next, the Dan Mullen era is here. As we've seen this week, there's been a mass departure in players and coaches at UNLV. So what can Rebel fans expect to see next from this program? Taking a look at the offensive side of the ball, Coach, the go-go offense has scored a lot of points over the past 2 years, 19 wins. What do you like about this offense, and what are you looking to build with this offense?
Well, you're going to look. The key to offense is putting guys in position to be successful, and they've done a nice job of that. I've always believed that. I look and build offenses around the strengths of our players. If we need to run the ball, we'll run it. If we throw it, we'll throw it. Our job offensively, we've got to score one more point than the defense gives up. And as crazy as that sounds, we've always been very successful doing it and putting up huge statistical numbers everywhere we've done, but we've done it different ways. And so I never put it in a box. We have a huge playbook. We use about 60% of it every year for what fits that team and that roster, and that's going to be huge. But more importantly, which I know you'll get to, which is defense. You win championships on defense, and we're going to play an aggressive style of defense. Defense is going to come first for us. Even as an offensive coach, I promise you this: we plan to win. We're going to play great defense.
Awesome, Coach. We'll wrap it up with your family here in Las Vegas. Your thoughts on this city, the sports and entertainment capital of the world?
Well, you know what? It is. I mean, listen, there's I don't know anywhere in the world you can go where you have everything in the world you want in a downtown city, and you can go 10 minutes away and be in a great suburb in a great community with people. That's what makes it like such a unique place. That's what I'm so excited about. I know there's great schools, great education. My kids are into sports. They're young high school guys. There's great high school sports here to go be a part of it. So many great communities to go live in. It kind of has it's a place that has it all. And that's why I am excited to live here and excited to be a part of it.
Welcome back to the RebZone. 29 seniors are leaving UNLV this season, and each of them are leaving a historic impact, especially number 7, Jackson Woodard, a leader on and off the football field. Chuck, what impresses you about number 7 and the history he's leaving behind?
Not just his impact on defense, but on special teams too. He's the first one flying down, making big hits, securing tackles, making sure that the field of position is flipped, and making sure that everybody is just feeding off his energy as a captain and as a leader of that team. Yeah,
he's a leader on and off the football field. We're taking a look back at number 7's impact at UNLV.
Jackson has been the biggest change for UNLV, and I would give him a lot of credit for how fast things turn around, and one thing I'll say about him is he's consistent, and everybody knows what he's going to be showing up with when it's time to play. Not only that, but practice too. He practices exactly how he plays, if not harder.
When you have a guy like that who is the best player in the room, but he's also the example that you want everyone to be, my job as the linebackers coach is really easy. Because it's like, hey, look at this, you all want to be like that, right? And everybody, yeah, for sure. Right? Okay, well, start acting like it. So he makes my job extremely easy on that front.
The senior linebacker is UNLV's first finalist for the NFF Campbell Award, widely known as the Academic Heisman, and a semifinalist for the Jason Witten Collegiate Man of the Year Award. The preseason Defensive Player of the Year not only wants to win on the football field, but also in the classroom.
Yeah, I try to attack everything the same. I want to win in everything I do. I want to be the best in everything I do. I want to set an example in everything I do. I can't slack off in school and expect a younger guy to be having all A's. We have a 3.2 GPA as our standard here, and I can't have below that and expect someone else to be above that. I can't get on somebody. I think Michael Jordan would always talk about, whatever I do, they're going to follow. If I'm lackadaisical in practice, Manny Powell or Blessing, they're going to be lackadaisical. And so that's how I attack everything in my life. One, just from a leadership standpoint. And then personally, I want to be the best, and so academics, I know it can help me in my future. Is another reason that, I take pride in it.
Woodard is one of the most explosive linebackers in the country, ranking 5th in the nation with 4 interceptions and 4th in passes defended. But the senior is hungry for more, hungry to finish the season as Mountain West champions.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just trying to emphasize, like I said, habits, winning habits. I can't be the only one. I can have winning habits, but I got to bring others along, and it's a long season, especially for young guys. It becomes really long. And so I just have to, bring them along with me instead of being the only one doing it. I got to reach out and be like, hey, let's go get some extra stretching in. Let's go get some extra treatment. Let's catch more balls. Something for me is I've been working on catching a lot. So I either get Coach Fish can throw actually a really good ball, or Gael, one of the younger quarterbacks, and just working on hands and catching. It's just that little 1%. What can you gain this late in the season? Everyone's good at their position for most part. They've been playing ball for 8 weeks, 9 weeks now. So it's just the little things that are going to give us that edge. And I've been, trying to preach that to the guys.
From Arkansas to Las Vegas to defending the Golden Pineapple in Hawaii, Jackson Woodard's parents have been at every game, supporting their son's dream and watching him succeed at UNLV.
They're the best, man. I'm incredibly blessed. The good Lord has blessed me with a family that's, I think, the best in the world, My mom, my dad, they're out every game, and they've worked so hard to where they're able to make every game and turn it into a small little vacation, weekend vacation. And my mom's always asking, I need 10 tackles, I need this, I need that. Why don't you play quarterback? So she's the best, my ultimate supporter, biggest fan. My dad has taught me how to play the game of football, taught me the competitive spirit. He wouldn't accept losing. He told me, taught me that it was unacceptable to lose. Every day when he would get home, I just remember we'd always practicing on diving catches. I'd be like, Dad, let's go do diving catches. He would throw it and I'd go dive for it, and that was just so special to me and meant so much to me. And just, he did that with everything, taught me how to compete in every sport, in every aspect of life, how to treat others. I'm just really blessed, ultimately.
Welcome back to the RebZone. More college football to watch this week. It was an electric first round of the college football playoff. Here is the latest bracket. Chuck, I think all my money is on Oregon winning the national championship, but there are some great matchups in the quarterfinals. What are you looking forward to seeing in the college football playoff?
The Notre Dame versus Georgia for sure. And then Oregon versus Ohio State, the rematch.
Oh, yeah.
So those two games are they should have been next weekend, honestly. But, we'll take it right now. It's fine.
And from one running back to the next, what are your final thoughts on Ashton Jeanty facing Penn State? Woo!
This will be his chance to show everybody that the toughness of his opponents doesn't matter. He can go out there and make plays against anybody. So this is his statement game.
We got some blockbuster matchups. It's been such a fun year in Las Vegas. Chuck, thanks so much for coming on. We'll see you next Sunday on the RebZone.